My intuition is telling me there'll be better days.
And looked at my resume, took my resume to his boss, and told her to fire him and hire me. So that again, that's how you know it's God, right? And so, man, yeah. So just been fortunate enough, man, to do quite a bit in the city right now. We continue to have our male mentoring program. It meets Mondays and Thursdays at City Life Center, 225 West 5th Avenue. City Life Center, 225 West 5th Avenue, from 6 to 7:30. Also, being a director of the City Life Center, excuse me, I have the great privilege of providing after-school programming for young people. We're kind of coming to the end of that season, but I'm excited about our summer program that's getting ready to start June the 12th. It'll go from June 12th to July 28th. That's about 7 weeks. And I mean, it's going to be jam-packed. We actually go 9 to 5. So if it's a parent out there working and they really need that support, people get upset when they do youth work and they say, well, people look at us like glorified babysitters. I'm actually cool with that. Please give your child to us to care for while you're at work, because what we end up doing is now supporting a family, right? Because maybe mom can't afford that $75, $85, $95 a week, child care, but they can, if you sign up this week, they can, if you sign up this week, they can, it's $50 a kid, period.
That's great.
So a family with 2 kids, that's $100, and that's just one time all summer long, and they're gonna get language arts, science, technology, engineering, and math. Some of the kids are gonna be programming robots, doing computer coding. We have a bunch of STEM stuff that I don't even understand all of it, but it's really, really cool. We'll have language arts. Kids are gonna learn conversational Spanish. We have dance, drama, elements of hip hop, the art of MCing. It's just jam-packed. Sports, fitness, culinary arts, and I know I'm forgetting a ton of stuff, but I'm talking about a jam-packed, high-quality summer program all day long, 2 meals and a snack, and again, for a family, it's $50 a kid if you sign up this week.
I mean, sign myself up.
Right.
It's almost reminiscent of like a renaissance. You're really bringing back the community that we've been lacking for so long. I remember coming up, the idea was it takes a village to raise a child. After school, if you had the Boys and Girls Club, you go to these different activities and organizations and programs,
right.
Even local churches, and they kind of not help raise your child, but kind of help invest into them.
Yes.
We kind of got away from that, but you and some other people are bringing that back to the forefront.
Yeah. Quite a few of us. There's a sister by the name of Burgess People, changing lives, changing patterns. I know she's out there. She's grinding real hard. She's providing opportunities. When I got the job as the director of the Youth Service Bureau, I heard all these great stories about what used to happen in the city. We used to have this. We used to have that. And even as a Youth Service Bureau director, that was when I first kind of made my promise to the city of Gary that I would do everything within my power to bring back exactly what you're saying, that sense of community, that sense of there's something for kids to do. I absolutely hate hearing people saying, well, there's nothing for kids to do in our city. And to a great degree, they were, and I use the word past tense, were absolutely right. But now, although you don't hear about it a lot, there's actually a lot of cool stuff going on in the city. You got what I'm doing, you got what Burgess is doing. I've ran into Life Men Male Mentoring Program is going on in the city. Miller is starting to really rev up. In fact, we have a partnership with Miller where we're going to be providing summer programming out in their community. You got Gary Metro and Miller Little League who are doing their thing. In fact, Gary Metro, Miller Little League, and City Life Center, we all kind of partnered up and we did a spring break training camp for baseball. And one of the beautiful things that came out of that partnership was now they actually have a joint baseball team. So here, two different leagues came together, formed one team of, I think, 13, 14-year-olds or something like that. And I believe they're going to call it the Gary United Little League team. So it's a lot of great, of course, you got the Boys and Girls Club, you got what's going on at the YMCA. So, and then there are little things that are happening inside of communities that may never even get the pub I'm getting right now on the radio. But people actually are really doing everything within their power, their limited funds, their limited resources to provide as many opportunities for young people in Gary as they can.
People, especially young people, kids, don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
That's right.
And I see you, man, that you let people, young people, come to your house.
Yeah,
You know,
yes, sir.
you really invest that time and effort and attention to them. How much of a difference have you seen that make in those that you interact with?
A big difference, man. Unfortunately, we have a lot of young people who don't have strong male role models, father figures, you know, in their life. We're never trying to be somebody's father, but we understand, you know, you understand, I understand, many of the brothers out there like us understand that I may not be their father, but I need to step up and provide that kind of leadership, provide that kind of discipline, provide the wisdom and insight that we have as grown men now that was passed on to us. You know, back in the day, before we put the fancy term mentoring on it, this is just what happened in the hood. You walking down the street, you know, Tom, I remember growing up, Tom said, "Come here, boy." You know what I'm saying? The next thing you know, you underneath the hood or under a car changing oil. It's just what they did. Growing up, a guy named Hank, same thing. We were all trying out. I'm from Chicago. Don't hold it against me.
It's
We were,
okay.
we were all trying to try out for a baseball team. Hank literally went to every team's trials, got all of us who didn't make the team, and made a team out of us. And then we went and challenged all the teams that we didn't make. And a lot of them we were beaten. You know, so I had men who did this in my life, and I feel a sense of obligation. You know, I feel like I owe it to those men who poured into me, who poured their life out into me to pour my life into these young men. And if you're a Christian, if you're a believer, you know that's just discipleship. It's what we do. We mentor. So it's not even like a second thought. We're not looking for awards or trophies. It's just that here's a generation of young people, young men specifically in my case, but here's a generation of young people who don't have a strong male figure in their life. Now we can say what needs to happen, or we can step up and do it. I've been taught by the mentors in my life, you step up and do it. I don't wait on Joe and Willie and Mike and all them. I step up, I make a difference, and then if God sees fit to send others alongside me, and he has, Damon Bazell is a brother that helps me out. Baron Moss, he caused a lot of trouble, but he's a brother that helps me out, you know. So, you know, these are guys who, when they can, they show up, and we just get down, you know, and that's just, I don't know, man. I don't know anything else to do. And again, it's not like, you know, you do this stuff and you're like, man, I want somebody to pat me on the back or whatever. Man, look, bottom line is, you know, I always say it's about legacy, right? And it's about who's going to remember you, and it's about how are you going to be remembered. Right now, you know, we want awards and trophies and man of the year and all this other stuff. I'm cool with none of that, right? What I want is for a kid to do the same thing I do. And when I tell them, Michael Bell taught me this, Michael Scaife taught me this, Gary Bender taught me this, I want my name to roll off their lips like that. Hey, Big Thirsty, which is what they call me, or Ken, told me X, Y, and Z, and that's the reason why I'm achieving what I'm achieving in life, man. And that way your memory, you live on. You know, it's legacy. I can have a bunch of trophies on my wall, on my wall or on my mantle, or I can have 10, 15, 20, 50, 100 boys out there passing on the lessons that really I passed on to them from somebody else. So
Big Thirsty, I mean, Ken, that was good. Now, question, man, if you were not, because you're passionate about it, that's evident as you speak. What? You don't even know what I'm
hey,
about.
I go ahead. I know where you going.
If you were not doing this,
Mm-hmm.
what else would you see yourself doing?
I would be working in television.
Really?
Yes.
Explain.
Well,
Elaborate.
in Abilene, Texas, I had to. So I found out my calling, and I found out my second greatest love, and that's actually video production.
And let me say why I asked this question. Ken can do, and he has worked almost every job under the sun.
That's not true.
Go ahead.
I've had a lot of them, though.
You had a lot of jobs.
No, and so, and actually, this is part of like one of my little teacher things when I'm talking to my guys or whatever. But I landed a job at a television station in production, running a teleprompter. And back in those days, it wasn't all computerized. It was a little knob you turned, and you turned it fast, and you turned it slow, and you backed it up, and kind of worked my way through the entire production department all the way up to news. And I was actually a news videographer in Abilene, Texas, KTAB Television, Abilene, Texas. I got proof because if you go look at some of their weather videos, I did a Where's Waldo thing where I would hide inside the weather video. So, but I loved it. I mean, I absolutely loved it, and I just fell in love with video production and editing and all that. I've shot some music videos for some kind of low-level hip-hop guys in Texas and here locally. And so, yeah, man, my dream actually is to own a home with a television studio in it.
Really?
Yes, sir.
I told you, this man wears many hats, jack of all trades. And so, a lot of the demographic of the kids that you work with, I'm going to make the assumption African American.
Yes.
So, when you look at the news and you see some of the tragedy happening with that young man, how's that conversation that you have to have with the guys that you mentor, the guys that you're working closely with?
You know what's crazy, man, is they've almost grown, what's the word, desensitized. It's almost like, I know it affects them, but it's almost like you can hear, you know, you take the, what's his name, Laquan McDonald, you take that scenario and you go into a room and you sit the guys in a circle and you say, hey, you know, this went down, you know, you're trying to work with them and you're trying to process the thoughts. And they have some thoughts, but it's not like their world has been rocked. You know what I mean? Because it's almost like in their generation, oh, this is just something that happens. So it's trying to help them wrap their minds around the seriousness of it, the issues related to it, and then I try to always bring everything back to the fact that they need a vision for their lives. I'm all about pursuing your dreams. I have my own personal thoughts about dreams versus vision, but the thing that kept me going was not my dream, it was my vision. Because, you know, some dreams, you know, we get a little distracted or discouraged, we kind of let them go. Vision, you kind of hold on to dreams, vision holds on to you. Vision won't let you rest. The vision is the reason why I'm in the studio with DA. And you know, like you told the audience already, you know, I kind of know you, we chopped it up, we brainstormed together, we've done all that. And so when I look at you, I don't see a man with a dream per se. I see a man driven by a vision. And I believe that every man should be driven by a vision, because vision won't let you sleep long enough to dream. You know that. That's good. You up all night, right? Yeah. Why? Because that vision, it will not let you go. It won't let you go to sleep. It gives you a new...
Consumes you.
Yeah, it consumes you. And so we want to see young men have a all-consuming vision that will drive their decision making. So guess what? If I want to be X, I can't gang bang. I can't lose my life in smoking weed. There are things that I cannot do, because if I do these things, they will keep me from getting to vision. And so even in those conversations that you asked me about is how do we take this tragedy, this event, this thing happening, and help reinforce the idea that as a young man, I don't care, I got 6-year-olds. I'm challenging that 6-year-old, get a vision, right? Yeah, it may change over time or whatever. The more he grows, the more he knows, the more he matures. But get a vision, because that vision becomes your greatest desire. It kind of transforms into this dream, so to speak, and then your desire will drive your decision making. Your decision making will drive your direction, and direction gets you to destiny, and all destiny is was the vision. So.